Hare Krishna Matari. Let's start the class.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna. Yeah. Let's start with the Mangalachan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुत्पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सागजातं सहगणरघुनाथन्वतीं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुवेव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय ओम श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे we completed I guess till 21st, right? Big time. Yes, 12. Yes, okay. Start from 9.22, right? Previous one, right? We talked about in this chapter, confidential, that he is the bija, he is the father, he is the mother, right? He is the grandchild, he is the object of knowledge, everything has to be attained. And he is the Data, that is implies supporter, creator, he is the purifier, the Om, Hare Krishna Mahamantri is the Omkara, he is the Vedas, Vedas Sarver Ahameva Vedyo. He is the controlling heat, the rain, the drought, right? He is the immortal death personified, that is Yamiraj, right? So everything is. No, we Brahma, Bhuvana, Luka, Punaravarti, Arjuna, from the highest planet to the lower, one is going up and down, just due to the various, karmic reactions of following the some Vedic principles, right? And we talked about the demigod worship, that's the unintelligent persons basically who are, they are going for demigods just because, they are just worshipping indirectly, right? They are not watering the roots of the tree, rather they are watering the leaves, right? So they are indirectly, it may be due to not following the regulative principle or out of ignorance also, right? The both can be the issue, right? Regulative principles herein, they don't know that, someone is watering is not watering exactly at the roots, if one is following the regulative principles, then he will follow exactly at the roots, right? Roots has to be done. So 9.2. अनन्यश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जना परुमाश्रिते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगाक्षे क्षेमं वहाम्यहम्. हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mhm.
But those, but those who worship me with devotion, meditating upon my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here he is giving assurance, he is giving a major assurance to the all his devotees, right? He is saying that whoever is worshiping with the devotion, right, meditating on his transcendental form. And which transcendental form, Mataji, can you tell? Which form one needs to meditate upon?
Rupa,
Which form, Mataji? To
which
whom we
form?
should meditate? How should we no? How should we think about Krishna? Which form we should think?
The actual form,
Yes,
not the
which is the actual?
Vishwarupa one.
Yes, yes. Which is the actual form, Mataji? That's what I'm asking.
Mm, I'm not getting the word, Prabhuji.
Given in the picture only, Mataji. picture is given. There is Sham Sundar form, right, Mataji? The Sham Sundar form
Yes.
is visible. So we need to worship the directly transcendental form, not the Vishwarupa form, Virat Rupa form, and nothing else. The Sham Sundar, his transcendental form is this one, right? So that those who worship this form, if we are thinking about this form, this Sham Sundar form, so what will happen? He will take care of them. Whatever we are lacking in our spiritual life, right? Whatever we are lacking, he will provide us, right? And he will preserve what we have, right? So he gives is giving assurance, right? He is giving assurance that just trust him, just trust him. No one is surrendering, whatever happening in your life. One need not take care of about his food, one need not take care about his shelter. Everything will be provided by the Lord himself. Everything will be provided, right? He basically provided. Here is the great devotee Bilamangala Thakur, who used to give great bhajans, great bhajans. So such a beautiful bhajan, such a melodious bhajan. He used to sing that Krishna himself used to come and sit beside him to listen to this bhajans, right? He took out his eyes due to the because he had the he was struggling through the lusty desire. So he couldn't control it. So what happened? He took out his eyes so that he cannot see. He can only meditate upon the transcendental form, the Sham Sundar. So Sham Sundar form, the Sham Sundar form, the Krishna used to come and listen to him. So, right? So he gives the assurance. येऽपि अन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेया यजन्ति अविधिपूर्वकम्. 9.23. Okay. Whatever a man says sacrifice to other gods, O son of Kunti, is really meant for me alone, but it is offered without true understanding, right? So out of not, just due to the we learned the word avajanananti, right? Avajananti means misunderstanding. So they are basically one is worshipping demigods, they are just out of misunderstanding, right? They are not going to the roots, rather they are going to the leaves, right? They are going to the leaves. So they are misunderstanding. Rather, everything, whatever sacrifice is there, it is for him only. Ultimately, it is going to whom? To Krishna only. Ultimately, it is going to Krishna only. So they are having some misunderstanding that they will take care of it. They will have the prasadam. No, he will have all the sacrifice. He is the Bhoktaram, he is the enjoyer, he is the supreme lord. Everything is coming from him, right? So here basically avadhi purvakam, right? Here says avadhi purvakam, that who are basically unintelligent, who are misunderstanding that demigods worship is the key. So here we will see the demigod worship without knowledge of Krishna supremacy is called Avadhi Purvakam, right? So without knowledge of Krishna supremacy, it is basically called Avadhi Purvakam, right? So it is a sign of less intelligence because such worship is offered to me only, but indirectly. So indirectly worshiping, they are not going to the CEO of the company, the boss of the company, rather they are going to the managers of the company, right? So one who is going to CEO of the company, he is intelligent, right? So three analogies for the indirect worship of Krishna, like pouring water on the leaves and the branches and not on the roots, right? So they are pouring, so some one way or other, it is going to the roots only, right? So one needs to understand who is the root, who is Bijam Pitam. He is saying again and again, Krishna, that I am the Bija, I am the seed giving father, I am the mother, everything he is, right? So we need to water the roots, right? Like feedings different parts of the body, not the stomach, right? For example, if we are applying cream and cream and cream, but not drinking water to get hydrated, what will happen? And this, in this cold, if you keep on applying cream, keep on that, okay, this will give hydration, this will give hydration. No, bhai, we have to give it to the stomach. The hydration must reach the stomach also, and the water is necessary for the stomach. From there hydration will go, right? So it is similar to that. And thirdly, analogy Prabhupada gives, not to follow the laws of the government and offering a bribe to the officers, right? Rather not following and just taking a malified path and just bribing the officer. Rather, if one is following the laws, then what will happen? Not to bribe the officers. Nothing is there to bribe the office. Nothing is to be afraid of, right? If one is following the law, right? The result of such worship, what will happen? What happens such worship? They simply fall down, right? Even one who is reaching the Brahma Jyotir, even the person is who is reaching Brahma Jyotir, he is also will be falling down because they will because they are not what are the roots. They are not association with the Lord. Once one gets the association of the Lord, then nothing is nothing more is desired. Right? Nothing more is desired. Okay. 124. अहम ही सर्वयज्ञानं भोक्ता च प्रभुरेव च न तु माम अभिजानान्ति तत्त्वेन तश्चावन्ति च ते। हरे कृष्ण माता। यस माता जी।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण।
Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices.
Hare Krishna. Yes. So he is, he is therefore do not recognize his true transcendental nature. His transcendental is Krishna, Sham Sundar form. His true nature fall down, right? Because he is Sarva Yajnanam, right? He is the only enjoyer. He is the master of sacrifices. Again and again, he is saying, everything is going to, everything is going to the him only. Nothing is, gone to anywhere. Rather, everything is going to him only. Here comes the famous shloka. No, can remember this also. 9.25. Yanti deva vrata devan pitra yanti pitravrata bhutani yanti bhutegya yanti madhyagino bhimam. Yanti deva vrata devan means those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Pitran yanti pitravrata, those who worship ghosts, no, those who worship ancestors, they will go to the ancestors. Bhutani yanti bhutegya, those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And yanti madhyagino bhimam, and those who worship me will live with me, right? So he specifically is saying that who, whatever worship we are doing, they will go there. One is going into in worshipping in satoguna, he will worship some demigod, right? He is going to take birth among the demigods. He is some in the rajoguna, he will he will go to the ancestors, right? He is worshipping ancestors. One is worshipping in tamoguna, he is worshipping the ghost and spirits, will live among those spirits, right? And those who are worshipping shuddha sattva, who is above these transcendental modes, right? Those who are worshipping him, basically they will live with him, right? So whatever because it is our desire, it is our desire which needs to be needs to be oriented or dovetailed towards Krishna. If it is not dovetailed towards Krishna, it will be dovetailed towards Maya or towards ancestors or toward demigods or no. If one is not worshipping Krishna, rest all it is for sense gratification only, right? So what are the glories of the basically one is one who worships Krishna's lotus feet, ultimately he takes care of you. When he basically takes care, he says whatever you lack he will be he will provide, and whatever is with you he will preserve, right? He will preserve. So he's that he is very merciful in that, right? What needs to be offered to him, what needs to be, he says, and what kind things of offered to him. So he clarifies that what kind of bhoga we can give. So he says पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तद्धहं भक्ति उपर्तं अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः। हरे कृष्ण। यस माता जी।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे
If
कृष्ण।
one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or a water, I will accept it. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण। So any two words repeating माता जी here in the shloka, any words repeating in the shloka?
In this shloka,
Yes माता जी। Can you identify which words are repeating?
no Prabhuji.
Here you can see, Matari, that here
Yes,
Bhakti is
yes,
repeating. Yes, Bhakti in the
yes,
second
yes.
and the third line, it is repeating. So whatever we are offering, whatever we are offering, if love and devotion is not there, he will not accept it, right? So leaf, which leaf here it is talked about, Matari? Can you tell which leaf is very dear to Lord?
Tulsi Mataji.
Tulsi Matari, Hari Bol Matari. So whatever we are offering, if the leaf, the Tulsi, no, Tulsi leaf is offered, then he gets very pleased, right? On the Ekadashi and Dwadashi, we cannot, we don't offer on that day because she also fast and she also breaks the fast. So Ekadashi, Dwadashi, one need not pluck the Tulsi leaves. Rather, keep a day before some Tulsi leaves for the Lord, right? So this is so he is just asking a leaf, flower, fruit, or water, but with love and devotion. If love and devotion is not there, then he will not take anything, right? He will not accept it, right? So he takes by his eyes, because in the previous chapter, in the seventh chapter, we learned that he impregnated the earth with the living entities, the living souls by his eyes. and don't need to say anything, right? Everything comes from his eyes, right? All the senses, whatever, other senses, karmendriyas, it can, all the other four senses can be served by one single sense, right? So that is, that is the potency of the Lord. So he sees whatever you offered, and whatever love and devotion, yeah, and whatever love and devotion one is given, in that, in that he accepted a leaf, a flower, any flower he can be offered. He is not specific in that leaf, the tulsi leaf, it is dear to him. Fruit, any fruit is offered to him, he accepts it, and water is available. So it is very easy, it is very easy to offer, right? It is all the leaf, flower, fruit, water is all are available, right? One is a grasta, one earns something, then he can offer much more, right? He can offer much more, and then he can have the prasadam, right? So he do whatever with whatever love and devotion, because bhakti is very necessary. If bhakti is not there, if bhakti is not there, then whatever we offer, how we will accept it, and how what is there? Yeah, we are just, just following some principle. That's it. But we are offering with the love and devotion, because we want that, because he is the king of the family, he is the king of the home, he is the king of the temple, he is the king of the world, he is the king of the demigods, so he is the king. So everything first is offered to the king, right? First is offered to the king, and then all one eats, right? So he is the king of the Lord, he takes it, he is the maintainer, he is the protector. So everything belongs to him. So we are just offering with love and devotion. That's all we can do, right? Because everything, he doesn't want anything actually, right? He doesn't want that you offer, some sumptuous food, you some delicious food. No, no, everything belongs to him. He is not in want of anything. He is just saying whatever with love and devotion. The prasadam consists the love and devotion that the bhakta is, with love and devotion one is cooked, with love and devotion one is offered. That's all he is asking for. If one is offered, then he will accept it. He himself is saying that he will accept it, right? From the eyes he accepted, he has it, and then you can have it, right? Next look, right? What about other things? What about this is all just the eating things. What about the other things? Now he tells what about that in this sloka. यत्करोषि यदश्नासि यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मतर्पणम्. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me. Yat karoshi yadashnashi, whatever you do, whatever you eat, yad juhoshi dadashi yad, whatever you offer and give away, right? One charity, right? One gives away. Yat tapasyashi, whatever austerities one you do, O son of Kunti, right? You perform, right? You should done as an offering to me, right? So whatever in our life, whatever, one is the grasta, one is having, one is having money, with whatever sustenance, maintenance one needs for his family, and he takes that, and the extra money, and for he can use it for the preaching purposes, right? Rupa Goswami, when he was, he left the Mughal empires, the Mughals reign. So what he left for the, took for sannyasa for one prastha basically. So he had, huge port of wealth. So what he did, he distributed in, of around 25% to, to his family, and 50% to the temples for preaching purposes, and 25% he kept for, himself for the emergency, which is itself he, itself he used for, just to uh, took his brother who was captured by the Mughals, because he was also saying that, after some time I also want to leave, but he was captured in the jail. Then he bribed the the basically the caretakers over there, or the sipais over there, or the policemen over there, and he took care of that with that 25%. So he gave away everything. He gave away everything for the Lord. He gave away everything for the Lord. So this is, this is the path one should follow. The Rupa Goswami one should follow. So whatever we do, whatever we, because the attitude is just changing, right? The grasta is going, a student is going to the college, everyone is going, but the attitude changes, right? One needs to do, because if one is saying I am doing this for the Lord, and then he is doing sense gratification, then he is not doing the, not giving away to the Lord, right? If one is working and he has the attitude, then the actions will be there. The actions will be there, that he will be contributing to the, to the temple. He will be contributing to the preaching purposes. Every utilize, utility is the principle, right? One is, a sadhu is having a car for going from place A to place B in the service of the Lord, is the utility of the, utility of the preaching purpose. It is the devotion service. Modest things one is having, rather, because if one is not having car and going, then it will just take more time, right? So if one sees that one is having car after, just to go from, because you see that Srila Prabhupada traveled in those 10 years around, the whole globe he traveled. He made 108 temples, throughout the world. So huge number of temples, right? Huge number of temples. He used to go by the car, he used to go by the temple, all provided by the devotees only. But that is the utility. One needs to use whatever one has in the service of the Lord, right? If what yat karoshi dashnashi, whatever tat kurushwamatarpanam, whatever we do as an offering to him, then that is basically a devotion service. That is basically a devotion service. As an offering to the Lord. That is as an offering, as a love, and with with love and devotion we are offering to the Lord. So what happens? Whatever. So he's saying, whatever you do that as an offering to me. So no reaction will come. What will happen with that? No reaction will come. Right. So following acts as an offerings to Krishna, and it vastram pushpam param toyam. So whatever you do, whatever we are doing, whatever it says we are doing as an offering we are doing. So we can do that. Whatever we are eating, do offer to the Lord. Whatever you are giving away charity, you do for the Lord. Whatever austerity, whatever tapasya you are doing, do it for the Lord. One is taking Ekadashi Vrata just to remember the Lord, just to remember the Lord, to hear the glories of the Lord. Whatever tapasya is, one is doing the tapasya. So tapasya one is doing as an offering to the Lord, right? For the Lord we are doing, for the Lord, not for ourselves, not for our diets, not for our health care, nothing like that, right? We are doing as a bhakti, we are doing as a love, showing our love and devotion to the Lord. Yes, Lord, we are doing this tapasya in order to control my senses and only satisfy your senses. We offer everything. The food is offered to the Lord on the Ekadashi, whole he, because he is the king, right? He is the king. He is offered the Lord, but we don't eat. So we control our senses. We say that, so that we can only remember Krishna only. If we remember only Krishna, then that will be the right. Because at the time of death, what will happen? We're in a very painful state, right? So if we cannot bear the pain of this, the little pain, that's all, the hunger of, the pain which is the hunger pain which is coming, then what will happen? We cannot even bear that at the time of death also. So it is the practice, it is the practice. In the exam is the death, right? This is all the practice throughout our life, that whatever we are doing, it should be, it should be for the practice, for the examination, which is the death. If we don't remember the time of death, because if we don't remember the Ekadashi, then what will happen at the time of death? It is very necessary, right? So what is the difference between offerings of a pure devotees and a pure devotees offer with love and quality of devotion? Right? One is offering is without love and devotion, so one is not offering, so he will not accept it. But one is offering with devotion, then he will accept the quality of reciprocation. Ye yathama prapadyante tams tathaiva bhajamyam. Right? He says that whatever in whatever way one surrenders proportionally, he reciprocates. Right? Proportionally he reciprocates. Right? So he, whatever he maintains that whatever in whatever amount of surrender, you one has surrendered 10%, one has surrendered 20%, whatever amount of surrender is there in one's heart, basically in the heart one has surrendered, then what will happen? He will reciprocate accordingly. The proportionality, the proportionality will be maintained. Right? The proportionality will be maintained. So ye yatha mam prapadyanti tam tathaiva bhajamyam. Right? He says that. 9.2. शुभाशुभफलेरेवं मोक्ष्यसे कामबन्धने संन्यासयोगयुक्तात्मा विमुक्तो मामुपश्यसि. हरे कृष्ण माता जी. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Hare Krishna. Translation anyone?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
In this way, you will be freed from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. With your mind fixed on me in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. What will happen? Because everything, all whatever activity we are doing, patram pushpam phalam toyam, yat karoshi yat ajnasi, whatever we are doing, right? What will happen? Will be free from the bondage of work, right? The karmic reactions which are there, it will not come because we are doing everything for the Lord. If one is doing everything for the Lord, then the Lord's take care. Then the Lord takes care because He knows that devotees are totally dependent on the Lord. They are because he takes special care, he takes special care for the his devotee, right? Because he is totally dependent on the Lord, right? And it's auspicious and inauspicious, whatever results are there, whatever results are there, it will not fall him, not fall on him, right? With your mind fixed on me in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated, right? What your principles of renunciation is, you are leaving everything, the devotee is leaving everything in the heart. He only has the love for the Lord, the love for the Lord, the devotion for the Lord, the faith. There are nine devotional stages, right? The Shraddha is there, then the Sadhu Sangha comes, because if Shraddha is there, then only Sadhu Sangha will come. Because Tadao Shraddha Atha uh, Sadhu Sangha, right? This means, this statement itself means that Tadao Shraddha, wherever Shraddha is there, Atha Sadhu Sangha. That means from which Sadhu Sangha. Because if you are having Shraddha, then you will find where can I have some devotee association, where can I have some lessons from the a spiritual master, where can I, so Sadhu Sangha will start, then the Bhajana Kriya will be there. The Shraddha is basically enhancing the Shraddha, the level of the intensity of the Shraddha is basically enhancing, right? So when one will go to the state of Sadhu Sangha to know to bhajan kriya, then from there one will go to the anarth nivritti, all the all the which is unwanted desires are there, unwanted material contaminations are there, whichever one is engaged, that will go away. Then then shraddha is there, then the astha will come, right? Asta will come, and then what will happen after that? Ruchi will come, then asakti will come, then bhav will come, then prema will come, right? So it is all, the stage is, the stage is, these are various stage of reaching to the prema of the Lord, right? So this comes when one is devoted 100%, one is devoted 100% to the Lord, right? So this is all the preparation, this is all the preparation for that, at the time of that, so that antakale ch mameva smaran mukta kalevaram, so that at the time of death we remember Krishna. Because if our consciousness is always serving to the Lord, then what will happen? He will serve after that also, right? Always serving the Lord, so he will see that he is having the true desire to serve me, so he will be pleased, okay, come live with me, right? So yanti deva vrata devan, madhyagino pima. So he is saying that one who worships me will live with me, right? So he assures that. 9.29. समोहम सर्वभूतेषु नामे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्. हरे कृष्ण ट्रांसलेशन इवन.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So he is here clarifying, he has a special corner for the devotees, right? He is saying, although and we know Name Dvesho Sinapi, I am enemy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. Samoham Sarveshu Bhuteshu, I am equal to all. He is equal to all. Ye bhajanti tu maam bhaktya, but who is a bhakta, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So he is reciprocating, right? He is reciprocating here. Ye yatha maam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyam. He is just reciprocating because one is rendering the devotional service to him is a friend. He is a friend. So he is also a friend to him. So he also becomes a friend. So he is just reciprocating, right? So one who is one, so he has special corner, he is a special corner for the bhakta. So this shloka is very important, right? He says this to Krishna, right? That one who is not worshipping, that he is equal, although he is equal. But one, because why he is having special affection for his devotee, because it is it is the special care for the devotee, right? Because he knows that devotees are just dependent on the Lord for each and everything. They're just dependent on the Lord because they know that he is the protector, He is the maintainer, he is the caretaker, he is the father, he is the mother, he is the grandchild. So he is everything, right? So if he is everything, so he will only take care. So they are so much dependent on the Lord. That's why he takes special care, right? Rest all what they think that they are doing. प्रकृति क्रियमाणानि गुणे कर्माणि सर्वसा. They are into the ahankar vimuvalatma. Kartaham iti manyate. So they are basically the three modes of material nature are doing, but they are thinking that they are the doer, right? But who is doing three material modes? So they are into that. So one is into the this philosophy that I am the doer, I have achieved this thing, I have achieved, this is my property, this is my achievement, this all these things are there. Then what will happen? They are into the ahankara. Ahankara. So Krishna doesn't talks to ahankara people, right? He takes special care for his devotee because they know he is the protector, he is the maintainer, right? He is everything. He is the true friend. Suradam Sarva Bhutanam. He is the true friend here. He is the true well-wisher of us. So since he is the true friend, that's why he will take special care. He takes special care for the devotees, right? 9.30. Api chet sudharacharo bhajate mamananya bhag sadureva samantavya samyak vyavashito hi sa. Hare Krishna. Translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Even if one commits the most abdominal actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is considered saintly because he is properly situated. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So he here Krishna is saying even if one is doing some abominable action, right? Someone is doing abominable action. He is a devotee also, right? He is a devotee. He has engaged in devotional service, right? But accidentally one has fall down. Accidentally abominable actions. One has done some activities. He has done, right? Still he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. So in bhakti yoga, what happens if one has done some anartha, one has done some sinful activities, some abominable activities one has done, and he has continue, but again he realized the guilt, and he basically continue his devotion service. So this itself will purify it. So the bhakti yoga is like that. It is not it is unlikely in the jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, or karma yoga part, that one is having this much liberty, right? But in the bhakti yoga, what happens if one even commits some most abominable actions, right? Here the example of Jagai Madai is given, right? So can anyone tell the story of in short, Jagai Madai and Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Hare Krishna. Why are they pleading and what happened there? Hare Krishna. You will tell that what who were Jagai Matai, how they were got liberated. Jagai Matai were basically, the Nityanand Prabhu, what he used to do, he used to go each and every door. He used to say, please chant Hare Krishna, please chant Hare Krishna. So he is basically Balrama. He is basically Balrama. He is also having the transcendental body like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? So he used to go everywhere. He had a transcendental body. He used to go everywhere. He used to say the chant Hare Krishna. But these Jagai Madai, the Naradamas, the lowest of the mankind, they were, right? So what they happened though, they basically they didn't wanted to chant, they didn't want to have any Vaishnava, Vaishnava, but since it was the mercy of the Nitai Prabhu, right? It is a mercy of the Nityananda Prabhu that he went there so that he can deliver even the Jagai Matai, right? We are not even Jagai Matai, we are equivalent to Jagai Matai only, because not able to we are not able to chant properly, right? So he wanted to deliver them also. He wanted to deliver. He was so merciful. So he went there. They were always in the abominable action. They were always involved in the abominable actions, right? And they threw a stone on the head of the Nityan Prabhu, and it was bleeding. And what happened? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and he wanted to. So he took out the Sudarshan Chakra, and he wanted to kill. But Nityanand Prabhu told that you are the most merciful, you are the most merciful. Please have some mercy, right? He has some mercy. Then they were delivered, right? They were delivered, and they stopped the sinful activities, right? No, but they didn't commit any aparadha, right? Aparadha. Can anyone tell why how they didn't committed any aparadha? Hmm. Some Vaishnava aparadha kind of things. They have not yet committed. Hare Krishna. Let me do it. Can anyone tell Hare Krishna that how why haven't they committed any aparadha?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Because they realize that they did sin activity
No, before
maybe.
Mataji, matlab, before getting delivered. No,
Mm.
I am saying that they have not committed any kind of aparadha. There is some sinful activity, then there is the aparadha, right? There is some of Vaishnava aparadha. They have never committed it before this. They were involved in all the sinful activities. Thieves, they were thieves. They were. So basically, what used to happen, they never chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So no Nama Aparadha happened because the Nama Aparadha will happen when you are chanting and doing sinful activities. So no Nama Aparadha is happening. No, Vaishnava Prada is also not having, because they didn't used to associate with any of the Vaishnava. Whenever Vaishnava used to come, they used to ignore them and you go away. So no kind of aparadha were there in their life. Only the sinful activities. That is all cleared off just by the mercy of the Nityanand Prabhu, right? But Nityanand Prabhu was bleeding, but his body is transcendental. How could he bleed? Just in order to be merciful to the Jagai Matai. So that's why he took the chance. He basically wanted to call the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't go at the places, those with these people, with the Naradamas. So in order to deliver the Jagai Batai, so if because what happens, if a devotee is it, then the Lord is very very furious. He comes for the Lord, right? He comes for his devotees. He comes for his devotees. In the Mahabharata, what happened? Because he keeps the promise of the his devotees. At least his devotees promise should be there. Like you know in the Mahabharata, when one Arjuna was fighting with the Bhishma, then the Krishna broke the promise. Can anyone tell which promise Krishna broke?
That we will not use any astra shastra.
Yes, so he took the wheel, right? He wheel charioted, he took the wheel, and because Bhishma was attacking on the Arjuna, that's why he used he put out just in order to save the Arjuna, right? But the promise of the Bhishma was that I will broke your promise. I will broke your promise of that, because Krishna had broken the promise of Bhishma a night before. He took the vow. Bhishma took the vow that okay, I promise you, Duryodhana, I will, with these 5 arrows I will kill the Pandavas, one for each, right? So Duryodhana told that okay, give these arrows to me. He was very happy. Give these arrows to me. I will keep it with me, and I will protect it. So what when the Krishna knew it, the Pandavas were all sleeping, all were sleeping, and the Krishna knew it. Then Krishna planned out, and he asked Arjuna, go to the Duryodhana. So he went to Duryodhana, right? He went to Duryodhana, and after the war, what happens? And everyone is a friend, and then in those time, what happens? After the war, everyone is friend. So Duryodhana, and Krishna told Arjuna that Duryodhana has given you boon, that whatever you will ask, he will give away, right? He will give away one time boon he had given, right? So he went to Duryodhana, and Duryodhana invited him. Okay, come sit, Arjuna. What do you want? What do you want the kingdom? So Arjuna told that no, no. Krishna, Krishna has told Arjuna that just go and ask for 5 arrows, right? So he went there, and he asked for the 5 arrows. He asked for the 5 arrows, and the Arjuna took it. So Duryodhana was shocked that how could it happen. So Krishna is always taking care. So he whatever he lacks, he gives at it, and whatever is there he preserves it. And again he is the no promise of the is broken, right? So what happened, the Bhishma promise is broken again. Draupadi also visited in with the Gungata and to the Bhishma. So he given the he blessed uh, Draupadi by mistake, so Sada so Bhavati Bhava. So what happens, it's so that in all his husband should be alive. So he the vow of the Bhishma is so strong that he to be a celibate throughout his life was his vow. So it is a very strong vow. So Krishna knew that it is cannot, but he has broken, since he has broken the Bhishma's vow, he also broke his own vow. So he takes care of his own devotees, right? He takes care of the devotees. He wanted that Krishna should not be killed. So he took care that so that it is stopped, right? So take care, it is a very merciful thing, right? So it is basically to determine that after this, like Ajamila also, what happened, whatever abominable action one has done, but they come to at the stage of Nam Abhasa, right? We are doing Nam Aparadha, we are at the state of Nam Aparadha state. Whatever we are chanting, it is all Nam Aparadha, right? But these Jagai, Madai, and Ajamila chanted with Nam Abhas. They know that Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that they are chanting the Lord's name. They chanted carefully, and they used to feel then they used to have the realization of the Lord in at that time. So Nam Abhas stage, right? So Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma Sasvat Shantim Nigachati Kaunteya Paritajanihi Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Hare Krishna. Translation even.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we learned, we took the story of that, so he is asking now Arjuna that, O son of Kunti, he is saying to Arjuna that, O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Because at the time, the story which I recited, the Arjuna, because he saw that the devotee, the Arjuna, never perish. The Prahlad Maharaj said he never perished, he never perished. So he says that you only declare. So quickly become righteous and attains lasting peace. And O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Right? The Bhishma, no one perishes. So everyone is the Bhishma is the devotee of the Lord. Arjuna is the devotee of the Lord. So no one is perished, right? No one, he takes care. He takes care because he wants that he can broke his vows, he can broke his promise. But the promise of the devotees, it should not be broken. If one is promised, one is promised in front of the Lord, then it is it is successful, right? Because if whatever you demand from the Lord, whatever you ask from the Lord, whatever when asked, he does something. It's not like he never ignores whatever is there, whatever in the bottom of the heart. He always listens. In the Paramatma Swarup, he always listens. He always acts upon it. He always acts upon it in one way or the other. The thing can be delayed. The thing can be very fast. Whatever one deserves, he gets it. Right. So it is like that. So even if a devotee is imperfect, Krishna considers him as saintly, right? So whatever abominable action one is, or still he consider him saintly. Some mistake by some the Indra, what happened with the Indra when Indra in the seven, when the when the Govardhan Leela, what happened? For the 7 days, he keep on, and for the days he can keep on, raining heavily. And the raining heavily, those clouds were there when it is used to come at the, at the time of, the end of the Kali Yuga. Those clouds, he brought the clouds, and heavy rains were there. But ultimately he saw that it is a supreme personality Godhead, right? So he considered him saintly, and he forgave him. Similarly with the Brahma also, he also did, he went all the cows and all his friends were gone, and again the Brahma came and pleaded, right? Again he said that the Brahma Stuti was there. So he is always, he always consider all the saintly, right? Whatever abominable action one has done, even. Why Krishna considered him perfectly devotee as saintly? Because he is properly situated in his determination. Dradravita should be there, right? And he quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace, right? मां हि पार्थ व्यपाश्रित्य येऽपि शुभपापयोनयः स्त्रियो वैश्यास्तथा शूद्रास् तेऽपि यान्ति परम गतिम्। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण माता।
O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination. Hare
Hare Krishna. So here Lord is saying that whoever is taking share, whoever is taking shelter in me, whatever, Srila Prabhupada used to tell, there is no nothing like man, woman, nothing is like that. All are devotees of the Lord. Since everyone is serving the Lord, then there is no distinction. But he said because why he says woman of lower birth, why he says woman because the woman should be protected, should be taken care of, right? So the Vaishya should be protected, Shudra should be taken care of, right? All these should be taken care of by the Kshatriyas, right? By the Brahmanas to taught them the spiritual knowledge, by the Kshatriyas through any kind of violence or any kind of harassment, any kind of things, right? So they should be protected. He says that those who take shelter, the one who surrenders, like Draupadi surrendered. He called the Pandavas, right? Protect me. They didn't protect him. He called the Bhishma Pitama, the king in the Bhishma Pitama, then the king, the Yudhishthira, everyone he called, right? The Trashta he called, but no one, Dronacharya is there. She called, but no one protected. But as soon as she called the Krishna, then Krishna protected, right? Then the Krishna protected. So this is the attitude one should have, that one should call for Krishna, right? So that's why we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so that we are always calling Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are asking for the devotion service, right? We are asking that, give us some realization so that we can, come to you, right? So how much more this is so of the righteous Brahmanas, the devotees and the saintly kings. Therefore, having come to this temporary miserable world, engage in loving service unto me. Right. So he says, always engage in loving. So how much more is this of whatever Brahmana says devotees are there, right? Therefore having come to this temporary miserable world. This is temporary. Ashashvatam dukkhalayam, right? We learned in this chapter the Ashashvatam dukkhalayam, right? Engage in loving service unto me. Right? Even unqualified classes also achieve Krishna by mercy. No distinction in different classes, right? This verse establishes that in devotional service there is no distinction, right? No distinction between higher and the lower classes, as opposed to the material conception of right? The material conception can be one is rich, one is poor, various classes one can make. But by this, one get devotion service is the best, right? Devotion service is the best. Indicates power of devotion service and pure devotees, right? Pure devotees. Most simple man taking shelter of a pure devotee can be purified by proper guidance. Even the lowest of men, chandalas. Chandalas are who? Are the dog eaters, right? Those who eat dog. So these are chandalas, even they can be, becoming the pure devotee just by taking shelter of Lord Krishna, by being under the guidance of his spiritual master. So importance of the shelter, Vyapashyatya, is one has to take complete shelter of Krishna. The purity of the heart should be there, right? Then one can become greater than the greater Gyanis and Yogis. Pure devotees can enable people of lower classes to attain highest perfection, right? How can one become a pure devotee? By following a pure devotee. One follows the rules and regulations, the heart, whatever is given by the pure devotee, his bhakti becomes pure. If bhakti becomes pure, then he will is on to the path of pure devotional service. Because you want to pour something good in your glass, right? There is in the glass, there is a dirty water, right? So what will happen if you want to make good? The water should be good, and it is suggested that it cannot be empty. So what will you do? You pour good and good water. What will happen? After gradually, those all dirty water will be gone out. So this is the pure. If we are pouring our dirty filled mind, our dirty filled body with the pure bhakti, with the pure devotion service. So in order to become the pure devotee, one wants to become a pure devotee, then just follow the path of pure bhakti. If it is you are pouring the pure bhakti, then everything will be coming. This is the last shloka. This shloka, this shloka again and again in the 18th chapter also he says, and here also says again and again, two times Krishna specifically says this shloka, right? Says मन्मना भाव मद्भक्तो मद्यगी मां नमस्कुरु मामे पश्यसि सत्यं युक्तैवम् आत्मनं मत्परायणः। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna
Translation.
Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण।
Engage your mind always in thinking of me, offer obeisance and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण। So here he is saying, engage your mind. Man mana bhava mane. His in him thinking of me. He is thinking, and not in something else. He is thinking about the Sham Sundarup, the three-banded form, the flute form of the Lord. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Whatever you are doing, always think of me and do that. Right? Yat karoshi yadashnaji yad juhosi dadashi yat tat kurushma yat tapashishri konteya tat kurushma madar pranam. Right? Whatever you are doing, thinking of me, engage your mind always in thinking of me, do such activities which are, we can, you can think of him. That's why he, in this, in this official book, in this Bhagavad Gita, again and again he describes various energies in this material world, so that one can think of Krishna in different energy. By the sunlight you can think him, by the sun, his eyes in the sun, in the taste of the water he is, the syllable home he is, the silence in the space he is, the fire in the stomach he is, various energies you are saying, you are seeing around you, so you can think of him. So he is saying manmana bhava madbhakto madhyagi mam namaskuru, offer obeisance or worship me. Right? We offer obeisance to the Lord, offer obeisance to the spiritual, offer obeisance and worship me, being completely absorbed in me. Mam ipashyasi yuktva, completely absorbed in me. Atmanam, surely you will come to me. Right? Surely, isn't it? With the heart, you will come to me. Right? So this, this shloka he says two times in the 18th chapter and the 9th chapter. Again and again. So he is saying Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto. This is the formula. This is the formula of the Bhakti Yoga. This is the formula or the essence of the Bhakti Yoga, that Man Mana Bhava Mad. This is a practical application of the Bhakti Yoga. Right? So engage your mind. So what we are doing in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in the sadhana, in the following regulative principles, we are engaging our mind in thinking of Krishna. This is what we are doing, right? So this is prescribed. So this is prescribed by Krishna himself. Engaging, so Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say that always chant loudly with clarity, right? So that you can hear again and again, your mind will be going to the Lord, right? So to the Lord, so that one is engaged, his mind in the Lord. The mind is engaged in the Lord, and everything falls at the right place at the right time. Right? 9.3, worship Krishna directly as advised by Lord himself. Engage your mind always in him, right? Become my devotees. Become his devotees, right? Bhakta, become a bhakta. Offer obeisance to me, worship me. He's recommending. So these are the instructions. How to do bhakti? Follow the instruction of Krishna, right? So we did all the chapter. Okay, we discussed, what we discussed. It is not coming whole. Just a minute. Okay. Hearing about first we are hearing about Krishna, qualification and disqualification, right? One who doesn't envy him, one is a devotee of him, one is a friend to him, is the qualified one, right? And then we learned about the mystic opulences, Aishwarya Jnana, Krishna Sachinda Bheda Bhed, right? He is inconceivable, right? He is non-different also, and he is different also. He is different in the quantity, he is same he is one in the quality. Relationship with the material world, right? Who are the non-worshippers, who are the worshippers, right? Who worships him, right? Who are the worshippers who don't worships him, right? We learned about that. What happens to the non-worshippers? What happens to the worshippers? We learned about the Krishna is the supreme object of worship, right? We learned about supreme and man mana bhava mother, and then the last part we learned that when one needs to surrender to him, right? Hare Krishna. Any doubt on today's class? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. No doubt on this is the most confidential knowledge, right? Okay, so we'll end here. Hare Krishna, yes, Sadhana Matari. In last shloka is Krishna saying, worship my two-handed form. And he is saying, Matari, in the previous shloka, he said the transcendental form, right? So, man, mana, bhava, mad, bhakto, not he is in the previous shloka, right? In, I guess, 9.3, not 2.8, something we learned. He says, hey, my transcendental form. His transcendent, which is the transcendental form of Krishna? The Sham Sundar form. In which form he has came, right? So who is he? He is Krishna, right? So Krishna is his two-handed form, right? Krishna is not the Virat Rupa form. Krishna is not the Vishwarupa form. Nothing else, right? Krishna is the two-handed form of Krishna. The Sham Sundar Rupa of Krishna is the Krishna. That is the original body of him. So he is saying, Man Mana Bhava Mad Bhakto, right? About him only. But he is saying, worship me. Me means two-handed form. Me means Sham Sundar form. Right, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Okay, we will end here then. Hare Krishna. During partial annihilation, where do living beings go, Prabhuji? Okay, in partial annihilation, Mataji, when everything is annihilated, then everyone is going into the dormant state, into the Vishnu. And everyone is in the dormant state. And again, when the Brahma creates, and then again, all the living entities again go as per the desire. Everyone submerges into the Vishnu for the time being, till the new world is created. Hare Krishna, yes, Mother. Okay, we'll end there. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभश्च कृपसिन्धुभैव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णव श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Tomorrow there won't be any class on 29th Saturday, right? Tomorrow there won't be class. If you guys want, we can, schedule at some daytime. Any where between, from morning to 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. After that, actually, I am not available. And you all come at 4 o'clock, that 4 to 5, or 3, or 3 o'clock, or in the morning also, it's fine. 9, 10. Hare Krishna. Okay, I will post in the group, I guess, right? You just a poll in the group. You can mention it. That will, if a majority is coming, all is coming during that time, then we can have a class tomorrow also, and it's at some other time, right? And then we will continue at 7 p.m. for the Sunday.